नमस्कार गोंयकारांनो. आज मळब खर्शेलां. फाटल्यान जी मांडवी व्हांवता तिचे कान उबे रावल्यात. कित्याक आज जे पळय हांव 4 प्रश्न विचारतलों आनी ज्या मनशाक हांव विचारतलों ते प्रश्न आसात मांडवीचेर, मांडवीचेर. म्हजे बरोबर आज आसा एक पोन्नेराद गोंयकार, एक एग्रीकल्चरिस्ट, एक गोंयचो ऑनरेबल गव्हर्मेंट सर्वंट एंड ह्या माडयेचेर सगळें खबर आशिल्लो बाब संदीप नाडकर्णी. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
हांव जेन्ना हें करपाक लागलो, दोग चौग जाणांक जेन्ना आपयले तेन्ना हांवें संदीप बाबाक फोन करून विचारलें, संदीप बाब, म्हाका तुमचे एक 4 शब्द जाय माडयेचेर. He was little reluctant की I don't want to be a part of politics. आणि जेन्ना ताणें म्हजे बाकीचे शो पळयले, he agreed because my shows are non-political. My shows are for benefit of Goans. My shows are to let Goans know वास्तुस्थिती कितें. आता हाजे वयल्यान हांव तुमकां एक 4 प्रश्न विचारूंक सोदतां. पयलो प्रश्न, ह्या नंदन कुडचडकाराक आनी खूब जाण गोंयकारांक माडय सोडून, दिस वर्ड कॉल मादय, एंड देर इज अ प्रॉब्लेम विथ इट, कांयच खबर ना द सिरियसनेस ऑफ दीस प्रॉब्लेम्स. आतां आमच्या गोंयकारांकूय एक हें, वी लव टू टेक some of the issues as fashion statement. माडय केली, माडयच्या वयल्यान मोलें उडकी मारली, मोल्या वयल्यान कोळश्याचेर उडकी मारली. थोडेच जे NGOs आसात आर रियली पुटींग देअर एफर्ट इन किपींग दीस अलायव्ह. हांव तुमकां विचारूंक सोदतां आनी सगळे आमच्या बाकीच्या गोंयकारांक एक तुमच्या शब्दांनी सांगात की माडय म्हणटा ते कितें.
पयलें म्हणजे हांव तुज्या प्रश्नाचें उत्तर 3 नाल्यार 4 भागांनी दिवपाक सोदतां. पयलें म्हणजे गोंयां आमकां इतलो पावस पडटा, पूण कितें आसा, आमकां उदक सांठोवपाचे जागे नाशिल्ल्यान उदक जें आसा तें दर्यान वता. पूण कितें आसा, उदकूय म्हणटा तें न्हंय व्हांवत वचपाकूय जाय. आतां आमचे कडेन कितल्यो न्हंय आहा, आमचे कडेन 9 न्हंयो आहा. चापोरा, तेरेखोल, चापोरा, बागा, मागीर मांडवी, जुवारी, सालेरी, तालपोना आनी गालजीबाग. आतां तातूंत पळयल्यार मेन खंयची न्हंय जाल्यार मादय. मादयचो जो कॅचमेंट एरिया आसा तो ऑलमोस्ट 2032 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर टोटल. तातूंचो 1580 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर गोंयान पडटा. गोंयचो जर तूं एरिया धरत 3702 जाल्यार ताजी पर्सेंटेज पडल्यार 42.7% ऑफ गोवा इज मादय.
वाव वाव.
सो बेसिकली गोवा कॅनॉट बी विदाउट मादय. आतां मादयचें उलयल्यार मादयचो उगम खंय जाता जाल्यार देवगड म्हणटा थंय आमच्या खानापूर तालुक्यान, बेळगांव डिस्ट्रिक्टान ताजो उगम जाता. थंयची हायट अबावट 940 RL 940 मिटर्स इतली आसता. आनी थंयच्यान ते पयलीं कितें करता, पयलीं ती नॉर्थ इस्टाक व्हांवता, थंय टर्न घेता आनी परती वेस्टवर्ड येता. थंय ताका कर्नाटकानूच 8 नद्यो जॉयन जाता. त्यो खंयच्यो म्हणल्यार एक सिंगार नदी, मागीर बंडूर नाला, मागीर डोली नदी म्हणून, मागीर पंची नाला आनी म्हणजे 8 न्हंय ताका जॉयन जाता. ती जॉयन जावन हांगा आमच्या गोंयान तिजो आगमन जाता. गोंयान आगमन जाल्या बरोबर तिका पयलीं मेळटा ती सुर्ला नदी, मागीर येता ती, मागीर तिका मेळटा वेलूज रिवर, मागीर सकयल येतकीर मेळटा तिका ही आमची रगडा नदी, मागीर मेळटा तिनूयचो संगम म्हणजे वालवंटी, बिचोलीम आनीक कुडणे, ह्यो तिनूय जॉयन जावन खारमानेसारचेर हाका जॉयन जाता मादेक. सकयल आयल्या बरोबर तिका खांडेपार नदी मेळटा, आनीक सकयल गेल्या बरोबर तिका म्हापसा नदी मेळटा सकयल, हांगा ऑलमोस्ट संगमा कडेन, दर्याच्या संगमा. आनी मागीर लास्ट म्हणल्यार सिकेरी नदी. सो ऑलमोस्ट 9 ट्रिब्युटरी गोंया मेळटा, 8 ट्रिब्युटरी कर्नाटकान मेळटा. आनीक एक सांगपाक म्हणजे न्हंयचें लेंथ जी आहा ती 111 किलोमिटर आहा.
111
किलोमिटर, तातूंची 76 किलोमिटर्स आर इन गोवा. पूण आमचो एकूच प्रॉब्लेम गोंयचो सगळ्या न्हंयचो इज आमची ऑलमोस्ट 46 किलोमिटर्स इज प्रोन टू टायडल इफेक्ट्स. म्हणजे खारसाणीक ताजो प्रभाव हें जाता. सो हेंच सांगता तुका म्हादईचें. आतां म्हादई म्हणल्यार एक आमी म्हणटा ताका एक वर्जीन बेजीन, ती फ्रेंडशिप कॅचमेंट एरिया आहा, तातूंत 3 स्टेट्स येता तांचे कॅचमेंटा म्हणजे बेजिना. एक म्हणजे गोंय, गोंयची टक्केवारी म्हणजे 78%, म्हादईची टक्केवारी गोंयान आहा, 18% कर्नाटकान आनी फक्त 4% महाराष्ट्रान. गोंयची म्हादई बेजीन गोंयाक कंपेर केल्यार ऑलमोस्ट 42.7%. कर्नाटकान जे म्हादईचें बेजीन आहा तें कंपेर केल्यार ऑलमोस्ट 0.2%. आनीक जे महाराष्ट्रान बेजीन आहा म्हादईचें तें 0.02%. म्हणजे कोणाक मेन म्हादई इम्पॉर्टंट जाली ती गोंयकारांक बेजिकली. आतां कितें आसा, बेजिकली हे इशू सगळे सुरू जाले, म्हणजे इशू सुरू जाले न्हय, गोंयाक लिबरेशन मेळ्ळ्या बरोबर गोवा गव्हर्मेंटान रिक्वेस्ट केलो सेंट्रल वॉटर एंड पॉवर कमिशन म्हणून आशिल्लें तेन्ना, आतां तें सेंट्रल वॉटर कमिशन जालां. तेन्ना रिक्वेस्ट केलो की सगळ्यांचें इन्वेस्टिगेशन करून आमकां प्रोजेक्ट खंयचे ते आमकां हें दिवचें म्हणून. तातूंत सळावली, अंजुणे, तियारी जॉयंट वेंचर ऑफ गोवा एंड महाराष्ट्रा हे सगळ्यांचें इन्वेस्टिगेशन चालू जालें. तशेंच दूदसागराचें इन्वेस्टिगेशन चालू जालें. आतां ते प्रोजेक्ट चाल लागल्या बरोबर हांगा दूदसागराचेर आयल्या बरोबर 72 प्रोजेक्ट डिटेल प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट तांणी सबमीट केलो गोंयाक. पूण एक कितें जावपाक लागलें की ताजे सबमर्जन्स जे आहा ते कर्नाटकान येवपाक लागले, म्हणजे संपाट. सो तेन्नाचो युनियन मिनिस्टर आशिल्लो KL राव, ही वॉज अ वॉटर रिसोर्स इंजिनियर ऑल्सो. ताणें ओपिनियन कितें दिलें की सुपाचें जर उदक तुमी हांगा हाडत जाल्यार दूदसागराचो 440 मिटर्स इतलो फॉल जर यूज करत, तुमकां जी हायड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जी जनरेट जातली ती गोंयाकूय न्हय तुका भायरूय एक्सपोर्ट करपाक जाता इतली जातली. तें हें जाल्या बरोबर आमच्यो कितल्योश्योच मिटींग जाल्यो. दीस वॉज समवेर इन 72 दीस ऑर समवेर इन 80 दीस स्टार्टेड. 82 Karnataka came with a proposal that no, that is not feasible. That is because they did not want their water to come. तांणी सांगलें आमी कटला पालना म्हणटा ते दूदसागराच्यो 2 न्हंयो मेळून दूदसागर फॉल जाता त्यो आमी हांगा डायवर्ट करतले कर्नाटकान सुपा डॅमान. तेन्ना गोवान ताचेर ऑब्जेक्शन घेतलें कित्याक आमचो ओप्पा जे उदकाचें हें आसा तें मेन थंयच आहा दूदसागर न्हंयचेर म्हणजे ओप्पा न्हंयचेर. तेन्ना ऑब्जेक्शन जाल्या बरोबर मिटिंग्यो कितल्यो जाल्यो हें जालें तें जालें. हांव त्या मिटिंगेचेर वचना कित्याक टायमूय शॉर्ट आहा. म्हणून तो प्रोजेक्ट तांणी तसो दवरलो. फुडें तांणी म्हादय हायड्रो इलेक्ट्रीक प्रोजेक्ट म्हणून सुरू केलो मेन म्हादयचें. थंयूय आमचें ऑब्जेक्शन आसलें. आनीक हें ऑब्जेक्शनाक करता करता हें जायत म्हणसर 2000 जालें 2000 इयर आयलें 2000 ताणें आनी एक प्रपोजल घेतलें की आमकां तांणी एक अप्रुवल दिलें तें मायनर इरिगेशन प्रोजेक्ट म्हणून तो कितें आसा तो धाकटो केल्यार मायनर इरिगेशन केलो आनी 2000 खालसा बंदोरा डायवर्शन प्रोजेक्टाक तांणी अप्रुवल दिलें अप्रुवल दिल्या बरोबर 2002 गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ इंडियन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ वॉटर रिसोर्सांस सडनली तांकां इन प्रिंसिपल 7.56 TMC डायवर्ट करपाक परमिशन दिलें इन प्रिंसिपल तें दिल्या बरोबर गोवा गव्हर्मेंटान अपोज्ड बाय टूथ एंड नेल इवन देर वॉज अ ऑल पार्टी डेलिगेशन इवन PM कडेन मिनिस्टर ऑफ वॉटर रिसोर्सा कडेन गेले this was they gave in somewhere in April and by June end or something by all the pressure they kept that in principle approval in abeyance इतल्यान सोपुना जाल्यार तांचें हें चालूच आशिल्लें तें चालू आतां तें पळोवन आमी कितें केलें वी आस्क्ड इन July 2002 we asked for appointment of a judicial commission under Interstate Water Dispute Act, Judicial Tribunal. That was in July 2002. By 2006, there were news in paper that on 2nd October 2006, Karnataka is going to start the Khalsa and Bandora projects. There, we had got no other option than to approach Supreme Court because there, after every this, there were a lot of successive governments have gone with a all-party delegation to central ministry and all that, but nothing was materializing. So we had to go to Apex Court. Apex Court, they took the central this to task. And what they did is by 2010 they gave ultimatum to this that you have to appoint a tribunal. So that is why in November 2011 Madai Water Dispute Tribunal was constituted. Then again in January or February the disputes were referred to the tribunal. Even that did not stop at that time. Immediately Karnataka was proceeding along with the work. So we put an interlocutory application asking for a stay with the tribunal. Tribunal said we don't have premises, though they have allotted, nothing is there, how we can proceed? So we were with again left with no option. We went again to Supreme Court. We again went to Supreme Court, told them that this is we are at loss, that day by day they are progressing and they'll make it a fait accompli. So Supreme Court again came down heavily on this. So what they did is they gave Kaveri Tribunal as a temporary this to Madai Tribunal premises. So initial this was started. By 2013 and or 2014, Madai Water Dispute Tribunal premises got ready and we started on a full swing. And from then onwards, there were a lot of, it was continuous process right up to 2018. We had to prepare the statement of claims. It was revised so many times. Then each state had to reply to the others this. Then again filing of rejoinder. Then court gave final this to everybody. Then that based on the revised SOCs, court formulated 72 issues to be adjudicated on. There were 112 hearings, I'll tell you. It was a hell lot of this. Initially it started with witnesses. Goa had got 5 witnesses, Maharashtra, Karnataka 4 and Maharashtra 2. It was a hell lot of this because we had to file affidavit and we are cross-examined by the other states, opposite states. And then again tribunal used to ask you a question. So basically we were given the first days. So as per government days, I had to appear as a witness. So many were apprehensive because this was the first district. Karnataka were well versed in interstate water disputes. We were doing it for first time, but since then, I think I stayed in Delhi for 8 days only to going through in detail by tooth and nail all the documents, all the this, because you could be asked any question, and I was a state witness if I had faltered this. But one thing, our legal team and this was mixing in a very good way. And what was learnt is, what advice I got was very fantastic. They were putting open-ended question. Our first answer was, say no. I don't agree. And then you say whatever you want to.
Yes. Ami Goankar naam udpa hushar.
No, it was a fantastic day. First say no, and then you proceed with your answer. So that is how it went on. Even our main witness, Chetan Pandit, his witness, I think his hearings went on for almost 10 to 12 hearings for his cross-examination. For me, it was some 3-4 hearings. Then Shamila Montero, on behalf of this, she also gave a good days. Paresh Purab was on our behalf, and even Kerkar, Rajan Kerkar has this. All of us gave a very good this about aspect of Goa. No, look, what actually earlier this was, it was only techno legal issues.
Okay.
We brought in the environment angle and also the diversion aspect also. So no cases earlier, so much water was to be diverted, was envisaged to be diverted. So finally award came. It was a mixed feeling. We are not completely happy about it. But coming before the award, I would like to come to issues with Maharashtra also. Actually, Maharashtra and all, we had a very good rapport with them because we have been implementing that TRE project, which is a joint venture. But however, here in 2017, April also, there was a meeting between two CMs. And it was decided to take up that VD dam. Look, it was taken up in a very good sense that it would stop the flood problems in Sakle as well as Bicholi.
Okay.
To root that floods, this was started with two conditions. Goa's conditions were that they should release water in during lean season.
Okay.
For downstream this, because almost I think 82 MLD water was drawn from Valavanti itself, and plus extra water to raise the height of the dam and take extra water to Anjaneyar Dam.
Okay.
So as to take care of more needs in Goa. So that was agreed. But suddenly one day we find that they changed the site itself. They changed the site on Katika Nala, which is a tributary of Vidi River. First of all, I'll tell you what is Vidi River. First one is there's a Nala called a Haltar Nala, which starts in Karnataka. It enters Maharashtra, and it is known as Vidi River. Then it comes down near Goteli in Goa, and it is known as Valavanti. And it is a tributary, and all these three tributaries again join Valavanti, Bicholim, and Kudne. They join the Madai at Saramatas. So basically, this was that to stop the flooding, this project was to be taken. But they went ahead and started this on the Katika Nala, which was from which you couldn't transfer water to Anjaney. That was the first thing. Second thing is they refused to leave water for lean season. So we had to no other option than to ask court to stop that project. But that was not our project, what was envisaged by both the states. Second thing was, during when they put their SOCs, statement of claims, we found that they were going to take whatever extra this was there, they were going to divert water to they are busy. Again, similar to this, our Karnataka. Karnataka came up with more projects. They wanted to divert another 7 TMC in addition to this 7.56 TMC, another 7 TMC to for some other purpose to fill up some tanks and all that. Then from Katla Palna they wanted to divert, from Kalna from this our Kali Nadi they wanted to divert. So all this we brought out the pros and cons of all this.
ऐकून म्हजो ताळो सुद्धा सुकलो.
No, people don't know. Basically, they wanted to divert whole Madai to Karnataka, either to super reservoir or to this. That is what they envisaged. So these are two issues of both Maharashtra and this. Then we filed 3 IAs were filed. First, interlocutory. What I mean is IA means interlocutory application. First IA was for stopping that work.
Okay.
At what was going on at Khalsa. That Karnataka means what tribunal decided is that they directed Karnataka not to utilize or divert the water until award. That was the first thing. Second thing was they had already constructed that underground. So they asked the chief engineers of all the 3 states to sit, design so as to block that piece. So all 3 chief engineers sat, designed this to block that this. And to implement that, all 3 SEs of all 3 states, superintending engineers, were asked to monitor that this. And it was monitored by all 3 SEs of this during construction. And after implementation, it was again informed to Tribunal. Even Tribunal came to Goa and Maharashtra and Karnataka to see the basin, to have a first one.
So they came and physically verified.
Physically verified that was in December 2013, if I'm not wrong. So this was a sort of a gambit. One thing is that the award came, though we had a mixed feelings. Award stated that 5.4 TMC was given as consumptive use to Karnataka, out of which they could divert 3.9. Means subject to conditions. That they had to take all the permissions. And second thing, no water could be utilized, and that order stayed until they took all permissions and revised their estimates. Until they take permission, they couldn't divert the water.
हाजेर एक सादो म्हजो गांवठी प्रश्न. आमी कितें मेजर करता आसतना देर इज अ मेजर. हें इतलें उदक पळय आतां एक ऑर्डरी प्रमाणे एक्स अमाउंट ऑफ वॉटर टू बी रिलीज्ड. हाऊ डू यू मेजर दीस?
No, there are various methods to measure. But look, I'll come to that later on, because you can measure by venturi flumes. Or by other methods also, like
कोणची ऑथॉरिटी असा मेजर करपाक काय आता?
That is I understood your this. Look, what tribunal has said is they wanted center to constitute a Madai authority, water authority, which would be responsible for implementing the award in its true perspective. But up to now they have not, center has not notified.
आमचे उदक कितले कर्नाटका व्हरता म्हणून काय खबर ना.
Actually, they cannot until permission is granted.
पण व्हरतात न्हय ते.
व्हरता म्हणून that is why we have filed that this contempt push. Look, whatever they are doing illegal this in the territory themselves. Look, each has got a sovereignty. Goa cannot take police and arrest them.
Yes.
So what we can do is we have filed already non-obedience petition, this with the tribunal. We have filed 2, during my time we had filed one this petition before the Supreme Court. And I heard one more is filed. So I think that is what the state can do. Look, whatever we can do in state, Karnataka cannot pressurize us. But they are doing, though it is illegal and this against the court, it is in their territory. So the court has to order them, basically. And I agree to your point that somebody has to measure. I agree with you fully. And that is why that was my point, that unless that is done, they should not be given permission. That should be the endeavor.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Absolutely.
Yes.
So 5.4 TMC was given to Karnataka and something 8.02 TMC for non-consumptive use. Non-consumptive use means they can generate power and send that water back to Goa. Then Maharashtra was given 1.3 TMC for that VD project. And Goa was given something about 24 TMC. In addition to 9 odd TMC, which they are already using. Plus unlimited non-consumptive use.
Okay.
For navigation, for this. There's no this. So basically, there are some good points and some this, which we have put in form of clarifications. Clarifications are before the tribunal. There are clarification by us, by Karnataka, by Maharashtra, and also by center. All four, means 3 states plus center have put clarification before this. But they are of opinion, tribunal is of opinion, that unless Supreme Court decides on the means against the award, Karnataka has filed a petition, Goa has filed a petition, and Maharashtra has filed a petition. So unless Supreme Court decides on that, they will not act on this. So there is a sort of this, unless Supreme Court decides, it is there, because in Supreme Court it is basically a legal case, whereas in tribunal it is a techno-legal case. So they might send it back to tribunal, or that it is in their own wisdom.
So right now Madai is stuck.
Madai is stuck means basically up to this, this is that we are doing our best as per government is. However, there are some other things which private persons also can do.
My thing is only या माडेईचेर सगळे आमच्या 40 MLA'सांनी एकठांय जावन Goa should be a force to reckon.
Definitely, I am of that same opinion. Look, there are so many these institutions working in different manner. Their aim is same, to protect our Madai. Because Madai itself runs through 6 wildlife sanctuaries. I don't think any other river with such a short length runs through so many wildlife sanctuaries. We have got a Bhimghat Wildlife Sanctuary in Karnataka. We have got Madai Wildlife Sanctuary in Goa. We have the Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary in Goa. We have the Mahavir National Park in this. We have the Bondla Wildlife Sanctuary. We have the Salim Ali this. So 6 wildlife sanctuaries are there in Goa. And it is one of the virgin catchments, basins in the whole India. So basically, and Western Ghats, you know, it is one of the hottest of hot spots. And environment angle, I think that would be a main this in the Supreme Court, which would be this.
जितले आयकलां तितले म्हाका आतां भंय दिसूंक लागला. पूण हो आतां माडय सोडून माडयचो एन्सिलरी प्रश्न आनी तुमचो फेवरेट प्रश्न खाजन. हें करून खाजन ऑल्सो मांडवीच्या बँक्साचेर खाजनां आसात.
About, I'll tell you, about 332 kilometers of burns protecting about 9,745 hectares of land in Madai Basin.
Wow.
Khazans are there.
So हाजेर एक थोड्या गोंयकारांक सांगात न्हय की ती बियां आनी तें खाजन कितलें आमकां तुमचे एक दीस तुमी आमकां हांवें आयकल्लो तुमी सांगता आसतना परशुरामाचेर खरें हें खाजन कितें आनी हें हो जागो आमचो परशुराम क्षेत्र कित्याक हाजेर थोडें सांगात न्हय.
नाही, एकूच म्हाका सांगपाचें म्हणल्यार दॅट इज माय परसेप्शन. अशें म्हणटात की परशुराम आयलो ताणें बाण सोडलो, तो बाणावले गेलो काय मोर्जे गेलो हांव नको, पुणून दर्या फाटी गेलो आनी गोंय क्षेत्र नाल कोकण क्षेत्र जालें. पुणून माय एनालिटिकल मायंड I was trying to analyze. तेन्ना म्हाका दिसून आयलें की basically he came with some very intelligent people to Goa. Very intelligent people. And Tani, they've reclaimed these estuarine lands. About, I'll tell you, 433 kilometers of bunds are available in Goa, protecting about 18,921 hectares of Kazan land. We have got so much Kazan land, which are bowl of Goa. They are worth, I think, protecting.
Heritage status.
Yeah. Over the years, means there are so many issues which I can outline. Means first and foremost is, look, they were well versed in astronomy because tidal this was there. They were well versed in ocean this because they have reclaimed this land. They were well versed in soil mechanics. Soil mechanics is a recent subject which has come just 60-70 years back. But they were doing reinforced soil techniques thousands of years back. They were using that marine clay and mixing with copper straw to reinforce it because clay cracks when dried. So that straw used to hold it together. It was like soil reinforcement. So basically, look what type of this. And one more issue is everybody knows is Gaonkari. That is a cooperative movement which was started thousands of years back by our forefathers. It was a common owned lands, joint ownership and joint responsibility. After that Portuguese came, they worked, means they studied that this, they have modified slightly to their requirement and they came up with something known as Comunidade. Comunidade also, their principle remained the same, that is joint ownership, joint responsibility. Then came the liberation. Then came the revenue code and the rules and this made thereof. Then it became that tenants became deemed owners. Okay, if they were protecting bunds this, but it became a singular ownership, a private ownership and joint responsibility, which never worked. That is why 40 to 50% this
Khazans
got
wasted.
Means are in dilapidated condition. Another issue is not only that, it's perpetuated because of agriculture, labor issues, then that small, this over the years, due to succession, it became like strips of
divided ownership,
strips of land which were difficult to cultivate, and so on. So I think these are one of this government is also, I think, intent to protect this land. They have already made 3 committees. One of them is for Kazan land management, which I am also one of the members, and we have worked a lot to put in our efforts. And I think it will be put to public
on
this
30th.
also.
On 30th.
I don't know when, but they'll be putting it.
Very interesting. बाकीचें सगळें आमी तुमच्या त्या पुस्तकान वाचया खजनाचेर. आतां नेक्स्ट म्हजो बीट ऑफ ह्युमर इन दीस होल थिंग. तुमी लास्ट नोव्हेंबराक रिटायर्ड एज चीफ इंजिनियर. You were a government servant for the best part of your life. What was your feeling on the last day when you retired?
Look, coming to the last day, I would say one thing, that my becoming a government servant was accidental.
Okay.
I actually joined Depot Engineering Services 81, just up before even my results got out. But due to some this which I do not like to elaborate, and that time there were no pressures and all that. They used to send this to your homes, taking names from college. So I got an offer of technical assistant at that time. So I gave my resignation of tempo and I joined this as a temporary measure. Then came post of this and answering UPSC. That time it was UPSC. All in it was all India. So I applied. Everybody was saying that no, you have to complete it within 3 days. But luckily, I stood one among the foremost, and in first attempt I could get through.
संदीप बाब म्हाका एकूच प्रश्न विचारपाक कितल्यो डिग्री आसा तुमचे कडेन?
नाही, डिग्री म्हणल्यार बेसिकली look, I am still a student. I learn a lot. My reading is my habit. It started when I joined PWD. That time it was combined PWD. I thought, what I'll do in this government? Again this. No, I'll study. But doing a ME in Goa that time was not possible. There are no post-graduation courses. So what I thought, I'll join that management. So there was an extension of Bombay University's postgraduate diploma in management, DAM, administrative management. So I joined that. I came out with flying colors. Then I thought next year I passed, then what I'll do again? I thought I'll do law. That was the only other this which I could join as part-time. So I joined law. I did 2 years of that. And then I got, so one day I was lucky enough to be selected to go to Australia. But my bosses, they had a different opinion. They asked me question, you are going to as a tourist or for study? I told them, I'm going for study. Then don't go. My family was also against. So I had to drop that idea. Even I had got scholarship, government had approved, so everything was ready. But I had to drop that idea. So, but my boss told, next year I'll send you to Roorkee. University of Roorkee was known as Sir Thompson College. It is the first engineering college in India. And I was not knowing it that time. So I went to Roorkee. That time I learned that it is one of the foremost colleges in civil engineering. And actually, I did my postgraduate diploma. Then I thought of continuing for doing MTech. Another 8 months I did, and I completed my MTech. And by luck, I got a gold medal in that.
So total asa kitल्यो?
I got about 7 to 8 degrees.
7 to 8 degrees.
No,
Wow.
that is not a this. It is this. I was doing my PhD also, but somehow I had to leave it because of.
Let us continue to the.
To that. So basically, it was accidental. This I joined PWD. Then I came to irrigation. That time, newly irrigation was formed. I was very much sort of. I'll tell you my experiences. It was very much sort of depressing that because for me that time, engineer was doing RCC and buildings. And putting you in irrigation was like putting gumboots and going into the fields. For me at least. So I was depressed. I came as an assistant engineer. That was in 82. I was just 22, 20 years old. I came to this. And I met a fantastic, my SW, who was a EE. He asked me, Mr. Nadkarni, why are you so depressed? Up to now, today, he is my guru. I've got different gurus. I try to imbibe a lot from my gurus. But he was my main guru. He asked me, what to Mr. Nadkarni, why you are so sad? I told him, son, this, I wanted to become this. I wanted to design buildings, this, that, roads, the bridges and this. I'm brought here now. Next time I have to put gumboots and go to this. I was very frank. Up to now I'm a frank talker. So he told me, Mr. Nadkarni, why you are this? You want to design buildings? We design buildings here. All our buildings you will design. Don't worry. Then he told me about bridges. Yes, we also design bridges. But our bridges, in addition to taking vehicles, they take water also.
Interesting.
And really, we have designed fantastic structures after that. That was this. Then roads, yes, we did that Keri Jambul road. Initially was done by irrigation department.
Oh.
Then we were doing pipes. He told me, what? They are doing water supply is doing pipes. We are also doing pipes. In closed conduit also have lift irrigation schemes. We are taking pipes up to this under pressure. In addition to that, we do structures, we do dams, we do bandaras, we do weirs, we do other things. And really, that changed my perspective. I'll tell you, getting such person was a luck for me. And up to now, today also, that Mr. Yana Rao, I consider him as my guru. I phone him. I think 6 months back also I had phoned him just to thank him. He's still there. And he was very happy to listen to my voice and all. But this is the thing. And about my last day, I think any government servant, when he joins the service, he knows the day when he has to leave. It is destined or this. One has to plan history. Only thing is, over the years, we got 2 more years extra. But one thing is that it was sort of relief, come happiness, come some sadness that you are missing. You will miss your extended family, because 38 years in service is quite a big this. And I considered everybody as my friends in this. So it was a good journey, I would say.
आता ह्या 38 yearsantly, what were the 1 or 2 most humorous episodes of a government servant's life?
Look, basically humorous episodes happen when you are bachelors and before you are married. But once you are married to this profession,
ज्योतिक खबर आसा मुये?
now, अजून ना.
आता उलयात.
So basically, once you envisage, once you join the government service or any service, you have to think twice. Either you are going to work hard, whatever may be this. Otherwise, you can enjoy other things. This was working hard, and also side by side enjoy my life after that. I've done both. But I was very much this with my earlier generation as well as old generation. And some humorous episodes were what, instead of us, what was told by me during that transition period between Portuguese and Goan this. First one was, I was moving about with my chief engineer that time was one Mr. Satish Nadkarni, then Prakash Khanapurkar, and so many. I used to also with Dharwad. So I used to listen to their episode. They used to talk, and I was a listener. So things they had told were really fantastic. Look, in Portuguese time, there used to be no measurement books and this. Your integrity was your this. It used to be on a piece of paper, just this signing paid. One incident was that when, look, in Portuguese time, you are this continuation, continuação, used to come from Portugal. So liberation came, and there were some ad hoc assistant engineers and all who joined. All this, all these new fellows had joined. So everybody went to complain with this fellow that DD. I will not name this because he is not there. Neither the principal engineer is there. But they went to him. Asked him, continuação. Diretora विचारता. So they went to director. Director, अरे director, continuação तांची येऊन कुठना director. Ay, कोणच्या नेतल्या रे? Portugal soon. Still, it was this. That still they had not come to that term. That approval had to come from Goa government.
Liberation did not sink in.
Also, one more time, I think earlier everything was paid by cash across the table, means, and this used to be taken. First time I was told that first time these fellows joined, they were regularized, and they were paid first time by check.
Okay.
So to see that check, there was a big line.
Oh, the first check.
Because gazetted officers are normally paid now it is this, but first check came. To see that check, even director came out of his cabin to see that check.
Oh, so even the directors and all earlier were paid by cash?
Cash. That was the first time when check started.
Oh, wow.
So now demonetization and this, now everything is
directly through bank.
Yeah. So these issues, there are so many humorous this which I want to pen this because they are really fantastic episodes. Another episode is which one of my seniors told me, Prakash Kanaparkar, about Dayanand Banodkar. He and one more, he was sent for investigating some, he was doing that master plan for minor irrigation schemes. So he was sent to Konkani, and from there he had to come through forest. So they went to Konkani, and from there he came walking. When they reached some clearing and some pond like this, they saw a man with short pants, banyan, frying fish. They came there, and once they came to know that he was Dayanand Banodkar. He was means this is fact. He was, and he was. अरे तुमका लेट कित्या घेतले? हांव रावला तुमका जेवण करून. Chief Minister of that caliber, I have not seen. Another assistant engineer, Satish Nadkarni, told me he once sent for a survey somewhere in Sulla. They were surveying this. Suddenly in the afternoon, a Valiant comes. Valiant was with 2 or 3 persons. So Valiant comes and door opens. Babu comes out. And जेवण हाड रे ते सगळ्यांक भितर बसय सगळ्यांक जेवण. A person like this, if you just try to envisage, and he had a foresight. He was a person who started investigation of all these irrigation projects. Not only that, in addition to educational educational institutions like Goa Engineering College, all these were his babies. So basically, people with foresight and without being much learned, educated person.
And he also knew the humanity, he knew the touch. लोकांकडे कशें वागचें आनी लोकांकडल्यान कशें काम करून घेवचें.
Definitely.
It's a very, very... So now my last question to you is, post-retirement, you are a bundle of knowledge. तुम्ही जेन्ना म्हाका तुमचें भाट दाखयलें, it is one of the most finest agricultural plantations. I wish people could go and see. तुमचे त्या माडाचें खाण पळय आसा तें खंयचोय गोंयकार ताका पळोवन अरे कास्ताद झाड सामकें कास्ताद झाड ताका वेंग सुद्दां मारूंक तुमच्या त्या माडाक मेळना. सो एवरीथींग दॅट यू हॅव डन, तुमी सारकें आपल्या काळजांतल्यान you have gone out of the way to do it. So post-retirement plan, this is what I want every Goan to do today, is Goa has given all of us a lot of things. How do you plan to give Goa back post your retirement? You are a bundle of energy and a bundle of knowledge.
Basically, as regards to agriculture, I am doing it as not as a profession, but as a sort of my liking towards that. पयली पासून म्हाका liking आशिल्लें. आतां कितें जालें, पयली somebody, that is our ancestral, we have got lot of ancestral lands in and around Tari. One of the lands somewhere in 91 was given on lease to lease was expiring. So just on my calculation, I asked my seniors, my family members, that this should come this much. They told, how come this? Then somebody asked me, are you ready to do? I like to take up challenge. I thought, yes, I'll do it. Then even my father told, "अरे तू कित्याक पडटा तो तू?
त्या रासवळान तुम्ही कित्याक पडटा?
तू कित्याक पडटा?" But I just showed him a few of calculations, my calculations. He told, "Okay, कितें लॉस जाल्या पासून घराकूच जातलो." मागीर तुका जातलो पूण घराक फायदो जातलो. Okay, I told him, fine. So I went about it. What pleasure it gives me is something different. I have planted mango trees, then bananas, then my age-old this which were planted, my ancestors are still there. Coconuts. Then I have started spices. Bed rasat. So these are some bhaji I have started recently. I started rice also, Jyoti and this mix. But rice was not so much this. But other yes. Bananas I'm getting quite a good this thing. And I become a farmer also. I registered as farmer. So I'm a good farmer. I'm planning to expand this also.
No,
so
but as to me Goenkarank, because you are a bundle of knowledge, I am coming back to my question. To me, ही knowledge फुडल्या जनरेशनाक इम्पार्ट करूंक जाय. Goa and Goans are thirsty to absorb knowledge from people like you.
Yes, definitely. I want to pen my experiences and this. Especially my Khazan land book is already ready.
Okay.
I plan to publish it. Means within this. It was ready some 3-4 years back, but due to my preoccupation, look, once you are in service, you are by the time you come home, you are damn tired. So you cannot have that same thinking as I have now. I can do it at my leisure.
Now you have the time.
I have got the time. I will finish it within a month or so. Then another thing, I'm penning my some experiences also in different fields. So let's see how it goes.
And what about the real book on the Kalis of Goa, Madai?
That also I'm planning to do it, because basically my this is endeavor to actually bring everybody on one platform. It is not everybody is blaming the government or blaming this for that. But everybody should know the सगळ्यांक वास्तुस्थिती कितें आहा ती कळपाक जाय. आनी सगळ्यांनी एका माचयेचेर येवन हे मातयेचो लढो करपाक जाय.
So
it's not a government separate and this separate.
Yes.
It should be on one this.
Yes.
And everybody, because some things are not to be published.
Yes.
Look, some things are not to be published. They are to be done in this. So I'm, that is why, look, you have to appreciate government also. We were having so much this with us, but we couldn't come out openly, because if we opened out, look,
then strategy would be known.
Strategy would be known to everybody. So I think as this, we have done quite a good job.
So moral of the story today is that आमी पळय गोंयकार आसात, who fragment ourselves should unite.
Yeah, definitely.
There should be no blame game.
No blame game.
And if there is a blame game, including me, we all Goans are to be blamed.
Correct, absolutely. I agree with you.
The future, 2021 आयले, ह्या माडयेचेर एकठांय जावया. Whether there is no politics in this, all Goans stand together for Madai. चुकल्या जाल्यार आमी सगळे चुकल्यात, क्रेडिट आमकांच सगळ्यांक. Let us take this endeavor in the year 2021.
Definitely, I agree.
हाजेर म्हाका तुमचे कडेन in future I want to do small episodes on Madai, which are very significant to what happened in the last 20 years of this, because you are one of the very few people who really know what happened. आज हे 4 शब्द हांगा आमी थांबोवया. तुमी स्पेशल टायम काडून कोणाकूच दिनासतना म्हजे कडेन उलयले. भयंकर
टायम भरपूर आशिल्लो म्हजे कडेन, पूण हांव तुवें सांगला म्हणून हांव आयला तुका.
थँक यू व्हेरी मच. आनी सगळ्या गोंयकारांक थँक यू व्हेरी मच.